I think we're live. Yeah, we're live. Sort of a surprise stream. Oh, I'm tired. I don't know how long I'm going to stay up and stream. What's up? Well, we're off to a great start, guys. We'll see. We'll see how long I end up streaming. Nothing really is good. Well, no, I shouldn't say nothing is good. I mean, when you're asking what's good, it's like what's up, which is how I interpret it, not actually what is good. Maybe how you should interpret it. Yes. Big floop. Horrible. Thanks for visiting. What's up with you? Like you're having a little bit of the sun fungus. I've never heard of sun fungus. Okay, sun fungus. You got to be like making this up. I'm gonna Google this, and it's gonna be pretty like, oh no, oh, it's just yeast that lives on the skin. It just sounds like you need more fat in your diet for the skin, like the lube formulas and some chicken. Yeah, well, if you really want to get rid of it more, you could try. Um, let's see here. Yeah, you can try it some heavy cream and juice some ginger. Grate in a little bit of ginger, like a cup of heavy cream and like no more than a cup of ginger juice, and grate in some ginger. Like maybe a quarter cup or something, and maybe half a cup. I don't know. And then mix that all together, right? And then you'll have like some lotion that'll be good for your skin. Um, Bone marrow is really good for the skin too. Um, Back. No, ginger isn't toxic. No, I juice ginger all the time. You can drink it. It's good to drink. It's good to pickle it and put it on meat. It sounds like you're in the Goatus sphere. You just need to disregard everything he says. Um, Pretty much, and just read the books. Read Agenus's book. Drinking vegetable juice is good, yes. Most people give up on the diet because they don't have vegetable juice in their diet. It's just the way it is. You're not going to have success without it. One sec. Sorry about that. A little bit of a creative thing going on here. Vegetable juice is good. Watch my videos on it. I'm not going to explain it. You're probably eating too much fruit, but vegetable juice is good. Watch my videos about it. I talk about it in like 3 different videos. I'm eating beef and cheese. It's a farmer's cheese. It's way from the cheese. It's this farmer's cheese. It's a hard cheese. You see, it's got some give to it, but it's like soft still. It's fresh. It's really good with honey. I don't really use this for cheese trains. This is $6 a pound from the herd share. 100% grass fed, pasture raised, no medications, injections, anything, no chemicals on the meat, on the cheese and the dairy. Um, it's all perfect quality. $6 a pound for this stuff. It comes with the whey, which is really nice because I like to drink that. But the best way I found to store the cheese is to put it in a ball jar, of course, store the cheese in jars with the whey, keeps it moist, um, you know, keeps it moist and good. I eat this cheese for the minerals specifically. I don't really do cheese trains anymore, honestly. I haven't done cheese trains in like 2 months because I haven't needed to. I get a little indigestion once or twice a day, but I don't really have cheese on me as much anymore because I'm not buying cheese like that. Um, so I guess it helped. I guess it worked, but I still got like a lot of brown around my pupils, so I don't know what's going on there. Whatever. An interview tomorrow for school health club tomorrow. What do I tell them? Like advice. You just tell them. Yeah, it's cow's milk. You just tell them that you really care about health and you want to get healthier. You want to help other people get healthier. I don't know. I mean, what's this? Like, what's the context? Like, what kind of health club is it? And what kind of people are in the health club? Need some background. And this is honey. You just have a little bit of honey with the cheese. And I'm talking like a teaspoon, like a level teaspoon. Jenna said less honey with the cheese is better, if I recall correctly. He was pretty, he stressed that ratio. A teaspoon and a half with 2.5 tablespoons of dairy or cheese. The butter, the cheese. You really don't need a lot. And I think it's a lot of people's problems is they like overeat on the honey with the cheese. But yeah, it is really good cheese. I like just eating it raw, honestly. It is so good. It's a little spongy. It just has a nice cheese taste, a plain cheese taste. It's almost like a more sour mozzarella. It's like a sour, crumbly mozzarella is what it tastes like. I really like that. Then yeah, just some beef and cheese. I'm trying to slim down for the conference. I gotta look good. So I think I'm down 5 pounds. I don't know. I want to lose another. Damn, it's in a week. If I can lose another 3-4 pounds in a week, that'd be chill. So if I do half a pound a day, about another 3.5, 4 pounds. I'll be looking a little more trim. I haven't been working out like I've wanted to, but I'm just busy. I've been working. I worked 12 hours today. Um, Tomorrow I just work 8, but I do have a school call in the evening, so technically that's like 9, 9.5. And then I've got Thursday, another 12-hour day. Friday I work 6 or 8 hours. Saturday, mm, I work Saturday probably another 8, 9 hours. Sunday I work 8 hours, and then Monday I drive all day to Virginia and pick up a bunch of food. Tuesday I'm working all day, getting ready for the conference. Wednesday I'm working all day, getting ready for the conference and doing the dinner. Thursday, I'm working all day doing the conference, basically from like 7 in the morning to 10 at night, 10:30 at night, 11 at night, and I do that for 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and then Monday I have to clean up after the conference, and then I drive home Tuesday. So yeah, I basically just be working all day for like the next 2 weeks straight. I don't have a day off. I don't have a day off in the next 2 weeks. But then I'm taking off 1, 2, 3 days. when I got back. So that's nice. Still be doing school calls, but future professional club, president of education. Um, yeah, well, just going very general about health. Don't spaz out about the diet. Just talk about how you like to eat healthy and say you like to eat whole foods and support local farms. Don't tell them you eat it raw. Maybe some health topics you're interested in, some spheres of health, maybe where you want to go in health, like what field, you know, stuff like that. Just be like a likable guy. Uh, I don't know what height you could get to. Just keep eating food. You don't have a beard or any facial hair. That sucks. Are you gonna advice? Just do the diet and don't take any more pharmaceuticals that you don't need. That whatever. Follow your. I'm not a doctor, or whatever. You know what I mean. So just like whatever. If you go to the doctor, whatever, listen to them, I guess. But personally, for me, I don't go to the doctor. I wouldn't go to the doctor unless I need to get something sewn back on. But I don't know. I'm 35. I've been around the world like twice, and I don't really know. I lived a good life, man. It's all right. But you're young. You're young, and you have your whole life ahead of you. Maybe, hopefully. So just eat healthy and exercise. Do some dead hangs and hit the inversion table. Hang upside down from a tree. Do that stuff to help lengthen and stretch your body because gravity's weighing on you all the time. So, what height could you reach? You'll probably get to 6'7", 6'7" or 6'9". That's 6 feet 7 inches, 6 feet 9 inches. I would say hot sauce is part of the primal diet. They can be if you make them raw. I have a hot honey recipe. It's actually like a 30-minute video yap, but I make the hot honey recipe. It's very easy. You just have to cut up a bunch of chilies, cut up a bunch of scallions and some sweet onions. You throw them in a jar. You put a bunch of honey in the jar, and you just let it sit, and you get a nice like hot honey sauce. It's really good to put on anything, pretty much. Um, yeah, I like using chilies, cayenne peppers because they've got really good heat. I don't like jalapenos. I don't really like habaneros either. I like a chilies. I like chilies. Habaneros have that's like really not a nice flavor in my opinion. I prefer the chilies. I have some ghost pepper seeds somewhere. I forget what I did with those, but yeah, those would be fun to plant. Am I kidding? No. 6'7" or 6'9" for sure, dude. You got us in the bag. Just do the diet and follow your heart. Believe in yourself. I mean, you should really be less concerned about how tall you're going to be. You should be more concerned about what skills can I get before the technocratic takeover so I'm not living as a peasant and eating bugs. Maybe these are the questions we should be asking ourselves instead of geez, how much can I improve my facial rating so girls want to talk to me? Or geez, how much taller can I get? Can it be 1 or 2 more inches taller if I, do the cheese trains and I drink half a gallon of milk every day? Gee whiz, how much taller could I get? No, you should probably be, uh, you know, contemplating and cultivating skills that are going to help you survive the technocratic apocalypse where, everything's going to be tracked and traced. The Agenda 2030 stuff, where they're putting all these data centers up, the fusion centers to track and control everything. The water's not going to be healthy. It's going to be even worse. So this is the groundwater. The heat from the data centers is actually going to change, local weather patterns and the climate. People are just going to abandon land because it's just not going to be able to live near data centers. Um, Digital ID is going to come online. So, maybe ask yourself, what skills should I be cultivating? Not how tall can I get? That might be a little more, that's something you'd be stressing out about. A lot of people stress out about how tall can I get? Maybe stress out about how we're all going to live in a technocratic hellscape in, 5 to 10 years. And, if you're not doing anything to, counter that, live outside the system or become really rich, you're going to be a peasant living in some favela slum drinking dirty pond water and eating rats and bugs and whatever sort of you know roughage foliage you can eat, you can scrounge up because you're shut off from society because you don't do what they say, or you do what they say in society, but just everything, you're just under constant surveillance. So maybe these are the questions we should start asking. Maybe these are the things we should learn and focus on. Are you really going to care if you're an inch or two taller? If you're living in some cramped favela slum with like 30 different people sharing a bathroom, sharing a hole in the ground? You've got a spigot of water; it's just dripping out brown liquid because the data centers and the silicon industrial fabrication facilities have just polluted the groundwater. Um, yeah, maybe start thinking about that. As a teenager, the society gets to me too much. Wow. Yeah, just wait in 5 to 10 years, bud. You think like this is so funny? Like you teenagers think you have it so bad. It's like just wait 5 years. 5 years. You're a teenager. Okay, just wait till you're like a real adult and you're not a kid anymore. No one cares about you. Like no one cares about you in society. You're absolutely dispensable, disposable, replaceable. Your mom and dad, if you're lucky, they'll care about you. If you're really lucky, you might have some aunts, some uncles, some cousins, some siblings, that will um also care about you. But a lot of people don't even get that. Some people don't even get like their own mother and father to love them and care about them. So, you know, they're not going to care if you're an inch or two taller. It's not going to make or break anything. What are the skills you need to cultivate? Survival skills are good. Learn how to make fire, um, learn how to build shelter, learn how to find food, learn how to grow food, learn how to harvest animals, learn how to build things, learn how to settle. Like where should you settle? Where can you go? Learn how to mm, learn how to use technology. Learn how to network with people. Learn how to not stress. Learn how to make money. A lot of different ways to make money. Yeah, I changed your perspective. Yeah. Well, good for you. But yeah, I mean, guys, it's not good. I mean, this Middle East war stuff, like, I don't think you realize everything's just getting worse in terms of the fuel. And it's not just the fuel, it's the fertilizers, it's everything that's made with petrochemicals. It's going to create an economic shock throughout the global markets, Asia and then Europe, because once something's gone, it's gone. Once the reserves are gone, that's it. I don't know. I don't claim to know what happens or what's going to happen exactly, but it's just, COVID was okay. I said it. But the what happened 6 years ago was just a test run. Yeah, you're welcome. Organ smoothie was the worst thing I ever drank. Wow. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I don't claim that stuff to be good. I just drank them because it was easier to drink than just eating it. Like I could make 2 cups of a organ smoothie, and I just would drink it down. I just would gulp it down, and it would be done in like 5 minutes instead of having to like eat it. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, Agenda 2030. Just look up Agenda 2030. They have all kinds of videos and websites and information about it. They tell you what they're gonna do. It's part of their magic. So, yeah. I mean, if you prefer to eat it that way, then eat it that way by all means. I don't really like to eat organs and glands. I do have some glands. I gotta cut them up real small, and I'm gonna eat them with lube formula tomorrow morning. Sort of a power breakfast. Lube formula, maybe a few bites of meats. Got some pretty good stew meat, beef. Really liking that. That's what I was eating tonight, and I finished off some cheems. Tomorrow, I've got some milk here. I'm gonna finish my milk tonight, some milkies tonight, and then tomorrow we're gonna do eggs, lube formula, glands, my grapefruit, grapefruit and eggs for a snack, and then I'll get home and have beef and eggs, cheese, honey, buttermilk, and then might make some more nut formula. Been using hickory nuts, which are like pecans, and it's really tasty. Um, but I got some black walnuts, so I want to try those. I want to see what kind of flavor that do. No, it does not make Agenda 2030 more BS. Like I told you, they have to do everything. Like before the pandemic, they did Event 201. They told everyone what they were going to do. They showed how it was going to be done. Nobody paid attention. This is all, it's all part of it, I think, in my opinion. You know, the war stuff, geopolitical. I don't want to get into politics too much. You know, there's a country over there that wants to take out Iran for a lot of different reasons, but part of it's economic, part of it's for cultural, part of it's for, you know, religious reasons. And then part of it's, yeah, like, you know, the powers that be make money from war. So, you know, like in Full Metal Alchemist, you ever see Full Metal Alchemist where the, what was it, the war that was going on? I forget the desert people. They were the alchemists were fighting. One of the protagonists, Scar, was one of his people. It was his people, and basically it was just a It was a giant human sacrifice ritual. Like the people in control of the government and military were waging this war and you know, exterminating people because it was feeding to create a philosopher's stone. It was human sacrifice ritual. So that's a part of war as well. Because that's how magic works. If you pay attention to everything that's going on in the world, they tell you what they're going to do. They tell you what they're going to do because if you learn what someone is going to do to you, then you're consenting to it. They give you clues as to what they're doing and how they operate. Because if you consent to it, if you don't fight back, if you don't refuse it, then you accept it. And they are ethically in their system, they are not wrong. That's how this works. It's like vampires. Like you can't, like how vampires can't come into your home, right? That's the folklore. You have to invite a vampire into your home, you know? You have to give your consent. It's the same thing. We're getting a little too esoteric, but that's the point. Yes, I do have a video on how to start the primal diet. It's not raw primal; it's the primal diet, and you know, it's I have many videos on this, so you can watch them, watch my videos, watch the playlists. The playlists are where everything is. Primal diet information is a good one. So I believe in lizard people, no. But if you like the lizard people stuff, you should check out a movie called They Live. They Live is a pretty good movie to watch. It's almost should almost be required viewing. It's like that's the kind of movie they should show in school. I watched snippets of it in college, and then I watched the whole movie. They Live's a good movie. John Carpenter's great director. Really good stuff. Augenis was murdered. Yeah, probably. There were like 97 alternative health practitioners who died during the Obama years. So I'm sure that's not suspicious. It was like 2012 to 2015 is when that all happened. What do you do about bug bites? You read the book. You literally go to augenis.net. You go to augenis.net, okay, guys? This is what you should do. If you have any question, if you're on this channel, I'm not saying I don't appreciate your questions, but I'm not always here. Okay? I'm not always here. I'm not always going to be here, guys. Okay? You go to augenis.net, you type in bug bites, and you comes up question and answers. Or insect. Insect bites. We want to live. Insect bites, page 155. I think. Let's see here. Let's click it. Yeah, guys. So you should always go to always go to augenis.net and type in what you're looking for. You can find it. Lone Star Tick. Yeah, I think it's a bunch of fake news. I think it doesn't matter. I mean, if you get bit by a tick and you can't eat meat, you just literally have a skill issue. You just have a skill issue. You're not strong enough. And yeah, that's too bad. So that's my opinion. That's what I tell people. They say, "Oh, what about the alpha gal?" My friend has alpha gal. Yeah, your friend is also weak. And he needs to get good. He needs to toughen up. So, yeah, I mean, I know people. I talked to this sometimes I talk to this nurse. She's like in her 70s. She's been on the diet for I don't know, mm, 16 years, maybe 15 years. And she's a horse gal. She loves horses and she's always out in the fields with her horse, the tall grasses. And she gets ticks on her all the time. She just picks them off and she's not even worried about it. She says, "Oh, that's all, you know, it's all malarkey." So, my life, I was born, I was I didn't have a chance, honestly. My mother, bless her heart, was following all the latest pregnancy diet advice in the 90s, late 80s, and all she ate, all she ate was broiled or baked plain chicken breast with green vegetable. That's like all she ate when I was in her womb. That's it. So just we're not starting out good. Okay, so again, something about the boomer generation is that they're just programmed for fear to function on fear. They don't think right. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that because that's just been my experience with most of these people. So, of course, I was, injected, tortured and mutilated as a baby, as so many men and boys in the United States are starting out. It's just a very, profitable mind control program for people. The hospital, they, circumcise boys, they, um, harvesting their tissues and then selling them, charging you money to mutilate your baby, and then they sell that. Okay, they sell that for money. So you're paying to mutilate and just to alter your baby's brain and instill lifelong trauma, changes to the limbic system, and you're paying for that, and you're paying for them to take your baby's body parts and then they sell it. So they're getting paid to make money off of your baby. This goes on um, every day in the United States. 100 babies die every year from this procedure, mostly due to cardiac arrest, sometimes bleeding. But yeah, so you know we're not starting out good, all right. And then uh, I'm formula fed. I'm formula fed, and then I'm eating Gerber's baby food, which is full of heavy metals. And yeah, and I remember when I was young, I would always have dreams where I'd be laying down and there would be like a bunch of figures around me. And it was always like in different settings, but there was this theme of just being flat, laying down, looking up, and there would be people around me. And I think that's trauma from being circumcised, honestly. I don't get those dreams anymore, but I used to when I was young, like 5, 6, 3, in that range. I had some pretty weird dreams growing up. Um, but anyway, yeah. So that's how my life started, and yeah, it just didn't get better. I was on the injection schedule. I was in the doctor every year for ear infections, throat infections, chugging down bubblegum flavored amoxicillin every year. Probably, I'd say winter times, and sometimes summer times. Um, yeah, and that was pretty much every year um, until I got old enough that I couldn't take the amoxicillin medicine. I would have to take a pill, and it would be like, I don't know, it would have been what, 12 years? So 12 years of that, of antibiotics every year, once, twice a year for 12 years. Um, yeah. Graduated high school and went to art school, college, but I dropped out and went back to community college. Used to live in Chicago and decided to travel the world. So I saved up a bunch of money and I went to Nepal. I lived in Nepal for 3 months, 3.5 months. This was back in 2010 before smartphones basically ruined everything. Um, Amazing. I don't think there's ever been another time in my life where it was just so stress free and just nice. Like, I didn't have to be anywhere. I had pretty much, comparatively speaking, all the money in the world for the place I was living in. And I just was reading books and hiking and walking around old cities and looking at the architecture and temples and meeting people from basically all over Europe, but some folks from different parts of Asia. And yeah, just chilling out. just kind of wasting my time because I was basically a NEET in Nepal. I mean, I was going outside and stuff, but I wasn't employed or I wasn't in education. I wasn't training anything. I was just reading and hiking and hanging out. And then I came back and finished college. Moved back to Nepal for 4 months. And I said, if I don't find a job, I'm going to go to India. I already had my visa, a 6-month visa. So I'm going to go to India. Or if I get a job, I'm going to go work. So I got a job teaching English in Taiwan, went and did that. And then I moved back to the United States to work on some projects. And I also didn't like the bugs and humidity in Taiwan. But Taiwan was great for the most part, besides the humidity and the bugs. The bugs are the worst for me, though. I don't like bugs. Um, but the food was good. The people were nice. Cost of living was good. Taiwan's a pretty cool country. If you guys know Eggman, Leo Eggman, he's on Instagram and TikTok. I did an interview with him. He's Taiwanese, lives in Taipei, and yeah, he's a good dude. I would definitely collab with him if I went to Taiwan. But yeah, will we ever be free? You have to work for it. It depends. Oh man, directors, right? Bill's gonna put me on the casting couch. I know it. Yeah, I'm super tired. I consider this work in a way. I've already worked 12 hours today, so. By the way, um, I don't have notifications on my Instagram, so spamming me a bunch isn't gonna do anything. I did listen to the videos. Yes, I am right. Writing out the scenes is very important. I don't get any nuance by listening to you speak about a scene. Um, I work for some farms, and yeah, I do property management. So I don't really work for myself, but um, I do not micromanaged, which is nice. I make my own hours, but um, I'm working more because there was a fellow who did a lot of things, but he's retiring, so now there's more work, so I'm working more. And then I do, the school, I do the conference. What else do I do? I don't know. That's pretty much it. I don't really have much time to do anything else. Oh, this, but this is like, this is just like some milk money. You know, this isn't like a lot. Like I don't make a lot of money from YouTube. I mean, I have ads on and everything. By the way, speaking of which, here's a commercial break, guys. I almost got some oysters today. Help back pain. Um, if you have back pain, get an inversion table. Exercise your LPHC in your core. Make sure you do a lot of stretching and strengthening. Basically, lay flat. Check your bed situation. Inversion tables, dead hangs are very good. Hot baths are good. Just strengthen Jefferson curls. Look into some weightlifting. Unless you injured your back, like I had a client, he fell off. Well, he's not a client. It's Adam from Healthfully Farm. He fell off of a hayloft in a barn. So that's pretty high, and he fell onto concrete. And he was telling me like, "Oh, my back's messed up." I'm like, I was talking to him about it, and he didn't tell me this at first. And he was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I fell out of a barn loft onto concrete." And I was like, "What?" And that's like 12, 13 feet, at least. And I'm like, "Geez, Louise, dude, like, you should have gone and got an X-ray or something, you know." But yeah, I hope he's doing better. But I mean, I couldn't really tell him to do anything besides like, yeah, he called me. He was in the bath. I'm like, yeah, take the baths and just try to gain weight. Um, you do the pineapple, cheese, honey, and oysters. For your bones. Uh, I do work 7 days a week. Yeah, I do work 7 days a week. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Okay. So the scene, Diane's there and we're walking around. We're on like the first level of the primal asylum, okay? And we get to the stairs, I guess, and she's like, "Oh, what's up there?" And I was like, "Oh, you can't go up there. It's not safe." And she says, "Oh, no, but I need to go cuz I'm a journalist. I'm a journalist. I need to get the scoop." And so I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And Jerry's there. He's reading the scripture. And so we get up to the second level, and there's a go to cell. He's not contained, and there's some security guards trying to contain him. So we have an incident. I tell Diane to stay calm, and we start taking care of it. Jerry pulls out the scripture, and we start laying down some scripture. It's not working, so I have to break the glass and get a super soaker filled with holy water, blessed by Pope Leo, and we just take them out. Of course, it's incorrect. I need a script. I need words. I need something I can read and reference. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't. I'm not going to sit here and watch a video that plays at normal speed. I can't speed up these videos on Instagram. So, you guys, this is the kind of directors I'm working with. I mean, I guess you should be glad he doesn't want me on the casting couch. But geez, Louise, like, give your actors some lines. Give them some real direction on a piece of freaking paper that I can read and reference instead of having to go through all these damn messages and do this stuff. I mean, am I crazy or what? Mm, love that cheese. Don't send me a picture. Write it out. I don't. I'm because then I'm gonna be zooming in on your handwriting, which I probably can't even read. Fucking type it out. God, gosh, you're making me swear, Bill. You're making me swear. I like to do that. Oh boy, this guy. Quentin Tarantino over here. Martin Scorsese over here. And tell you what, man. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I know what needs to be done to make a film. But no, just want to argue with me. So if you're watching these live streams, you're getting a sneak peek into the um, creative venture that I'm starring in, producing in, and I'm actually going to write some music for. I just got to record it and send it. But yeah, it's going to be production. I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes a video. Mm, it's gonna be pretty good. I think people will really enjoy it. Actually, the only people who are really gonna enjoy it are people who are too online. Really isn't something that's for normal people. Like if you don't understand Goddess lore or diet lore, it's gonna fall on deaf ears. But yeah, it's my first feature film. Pretty excited about it. I think it's gonna be pretty litty. So yeah, I'm gonna have some film credits here. Get on IMDb. Yeah, so it's kind of crazy how slow all the chat is, unless people are getting blocked. But like I said, I turned all the filters on because some of you people are just too much, and I'm not gonna sit here and just not gonna do that. We are the normal people. Everyone else is crazy. Just because you eat a certain way doesn't make you a normal person. Um, yeah, most of the people on this diet are insufferable, and I really don't want anything to do with a good number of them because they're mentally unwell. They're mentally unwell and they're not grounded in reality. Their entire it's not yeah. So yeah, I mean people who if you base your identity, you're no better than a vegan if you base your entire identity around the way you eat. Doesn't I don't care if you're eating meat. And that's what I see like some of these kids they talk about, vegans, dude, vegans are so, whatever, man. Like vegans are slaves, man. They're just like it's like you sound like an idiot. You sound like a vegan. You sound like someone who mentally unwell doesn't have a life. Like who cares? Veganism is not a threat at all. Veganism and vegans are not a threat at all. Like no one's ever gonna ban meat. Like if meat gets banned, it's not even gonna get banned. It's gonna be probably due to some rigmarole with the supply chains or something that shuts down transportation or production of meat at the factory farm scale. I think regenerative farmers will be okay, but the factory farm stuff is not because all that stuff depends on fertilizers and stuff, right? Like, but everything else is screwed. So, I mean, but it's not going to be vegans that meat doesn't isn't is becomes too expensive or it doesn't get sold. Like, it's not going to be because of vegans. Pushing a vegan agenda is worthless because no one actually really wants to be a vegan. In fact, I would say just as many people quit the primal diet as those who quit veganism. Honestly, if you were maybe not looking at raw numbers, but the percentage of people, it'd be the same. Dark cow's meat with yellow fat, huge taste difference. Nice. Okay, let me check my messages again. Had quite a spike in viewers there, but everybody went away. Whatever. Turn my volume off. Oh my god, this is all right. Well, this handwriting is a lot better than I thought it would be, but Yeah, we're pretty happy with the Primal Asylum. It's a lot of work. We've had some donations from some angel investors and some anonymous donors. They don't really want to be named, so just respecting their wishes. We don't really want to give them that press, that publicity, especially since you're a disgusting journalist, Diane. No offense. This is our first level, so it's pretty contained down here. It's pretty contained. We don't have a lot of action. These are they're either almost reformed or not serious cases. So this is kind of the general population area. That's what you see here. So wait, what? Hold on, Diane. What, Jerry? What what's what's going on? What the heck's going on, man? All right. I'll be back. Hold on, Diane. You know, it's probably best you just stay here. It's not safe. It's not safe. I don't want to be responsible for anything. I don't want to be responsible for your well-being here. This is the end goal of the asylum here is to get people kind of to this state and that so we can actually work with them. Um so I mean, I don't think you really want to see this other stuff. Uh all right. Suit yourself. We'll talk to Bob. We'll make adjustments to the release form, release the liability form. You're gonna have to sign it. You're entering your own risk. I'm not gonna guarantee your safety, so let's go. Okay, how was that? I think that was okay. I think that was okay. I don't know what you're looking for, but that's what I tried. 6 viewers, 4 likes. Wow, I'm so loved. The director's happy. Great. Um, don't have to sleep on the casting couch tonight. You know what I'm saying? Am I scared of attacking the Goda cells? No. Why would I be scared of a bunch of, rejects? I mean, it's not an attack. It's just parody and satire. Some people might look at that as an attack if they're mentally ill and they can't take a joke. But whatever. I think Godus is kind of peaked. It's all downhill from here with him because a lot of people can't eat his diet sustainably. They can't get more than 6 months to a year eating like that, honestly. So, it's already been a year since he went mainstream. A lot of people got on it. A lot of people are probably getting off of it or coming to the primal diet. So, yeah, you either stick with the Godus diet or you go back to eating a normie diet or you do the primal diet, like the real primal diet. And then that's it. That's how it works. So, top 5 favorite meats taste wise. All right, let's go. Guinea fowl, swordfish, mackerel, yellowtail, beef. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh, no. I want to substitute water buffalo for um I want to substitute water buffalo for That's hard. Well, let's just trim down. Well, we can't. Never mind. It's hard. We're gonna go 6. I'm gonna add in water buffalo, or maybe I could replace beef with water buffalo because water buffalo is really good. I really like water buffalo. It's leaner than beef, but I like that. Check messages again. Less expressive, different variations. Okay. What's going on, Jerry? Jerry? Jerry, what is it? What's going on? Jerry, what's going on? Jerry, what the heck is going on? Jerry, tell me what's going on. Moose. No, messages. Bill is directing me. Right now I'm doing voice acting. You guys are getting a live sneak preview into the dialogue of the Primal Asylum video. It's the feature film I'm in, the movie. I'm voice acting and producing voice acting. I'm going to be writing music for it as well. Primal Asylum is actually inspired by me. It was created by me. Bill's kind of the one who came in and put his visionary prowess together. We're like, coworkers. So, not coworkers, but co-collaborators. We're collaborators, co-creatives, if you will. Moose is a good meat. I don't know. I'd assume so. I would like to try moose. But guinea fowl is definitely my favorite bird. Guinea fowl is a lot like turtle. Um, I've only ever had cooked turtle soup. So I don't really want to say like turtle's my favorite meat, but guinea fowl is very tender and it has a lot of flavor. Very good. It's very good. Yeah, guinea fowl is good. Guinea fowl, speaking of ticks, guinea fowl are very good to have for tick control. Okay, I got my lines here. Hold on. You and Jerry walking up the stairs. Did you try Psalm 23? Jerry, did you try Jerry, did you try Psalm 23? Jerry, did you try Psalm 23? Did you try reading him the scriptures? Did you read the scriptures to him? Psalm 23? I don't like duck. Oh, this one again? Listen, buddy, you got to calm down. You got to go back to your cell. This is out of control. We can't have you doing this here. You need to get a hold of yourself. Okay, now I got to look up Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table for me. Darn it. It's not working. Yeah, I don't like duck. I don't like killing ducks. I don't like killing bunnies. We don't do that here. I don't do that here. I don't do that. I also don't like the taste, so I don't like that. My God, I hate this. How's the beard looking? I need to trim this beard. The director's happy with my voice acting. I'd like to try moose and elk. I'd like to try all those things. Oh, bear meat, I would like to try a lot. Bear meat, guinea fowl. Well, I like guinea fowl. It's good. I'd like to try raw turtle too. But I don't know. I may have a similar policy towards them and ducks and bunnies. I don't like to eat animals. I don't like to eat animals. I don't like to kill animals. I would be vegetarian if I could muster it, but I just need meat too much. If someone has stage 4 big C, what would you say to them from your perspective? I'd say there's a book you should read, but whatever, like you do whatever you want to do. That's what I would tell them. Cuz honestly, like you're not going to convince people. I just don't try to fight those battles. Like the other day, um I was having a conversation with some people, and some old lady butts in. He's like, "Oh, I heard you were talking about," because I was like talking about the doctor's office. Some people were talking about health insurance. I was like, "Oh man, I don't do that." It's like I don't go to the doctor. I haven't been to the doctor in like over 6 years. The last time I went to the doctor, I had blood work done just to see what was going on, and he told me my cholesterol was too high. I'm like, dude, I'm like 28. I'm like 29. I'm not taking a statin. What do I need to take a statin for? Are you serious? And this lady comes over and she says, "Oh, I heard you were talking about a statin, and you should really just listen to the doctor and take your statin because it really helps." And then I was like, "You don't want a heart attack or anything." And I was like, "Well, like taking a statin only reduces the risk of death by 1.6%, so it's kind of a waste of time." She's like, "Well, that's why you take a statin." And I was like, "No, but you don't understand. Like, it's such a minuscule. It doesn't do doesn't even do anything." She's like, "Well, it's going to prevent you from dying." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." I'm like, she's like, "I take a statin and I'm fine." I said, "Well, if it's working for you, that's great. But, I don't do that." It just was really funny. So that's my example. I don't really care what people do. I don't really care at all. It's pointless to care. It's pointless to try to proselytize and convert people. This is something people find. People who are meant to find it will find it. Like anything in life. So it just will save you a lot of stress and time. Just not worry about that. Yeah, I'm saying exactly that. I don't care if it's someone I know. What am I going to do? I'm not going to change anybody's mind. I just would say, I have a book if you'd like to read it. That's as far as I would go if I even went that far. Because some people are just too far gone. Some people are excited to do chemotherapy. You know, if people are excited and they want to do chemotherapy, let them. I'm not going to argue with people. It's pointless to argue with people. You're stressing yourself out, you're stressing them out. They want to do chemotherapy, let them do chemotherapy. They're adults. What are you going to do? I don't know. Maybe my heart is too hard. I have heart in my heart. But I don't know. It just seems like a waste of time. It's like a fruitless effort. I sound like a conspiracy theorist. Okay, whatever, dude. I sound like a conspiracy theorist because I don't want to fight with people and their opinions and try to change their minds. That makes me a conspiracy theorist. Really? No. Your pupils don't expand based on your diet. I'm pretty sure your pupils expand based on the light intake. So, like, if you're in a darker setting, your pupils dilate, or if you're intoxicated. And if your pupils are outside or around a lot of light, your pupils get smaller. They dilate. I'm sorry, they don't dilate. They whatever the opposite of dilating is. They constrict. They contract. Yeah, exactly. They don't care, man. They'd rather drink chemo than drink raw milk. So, well, you have to understand. I don't know. I don't know anything about the eyes, man. I never looked into that. It sounds like something you guys should pursue. I have no idea. Are my pupils small? I don't know. Let's check. Probably can't even see them. Cross-eyes. Yeah, okay. I mean, those small? Are they big? I don't know. I don't know. This is my teeth. We'll do a teeth check. I got healthy teeth. Smaller, calmer nervous system. Yeah, probably. I know it's not the best angle, but I tried to get on my teeth. I wouldn't take advice from anybody who has rotten teeth. Just saying. Always ask for a teeth check when you want to get like health information. Be like, hey, what's your teeth look like? If it was me and I woke up one day with stage 4 prostate C, which is spreading, what kind of protocol or attack plan would you follow? I don't know. If it's stage 4, I don't know. Stage 4? Maybe I would just die in bed. I don't know. I don't know, man. What happened to Bruce Lee? I think the dim mak got him, honestly. Or it was some kind of curse. I don't know what kind of medication he took and laid down, but yeah. I'm just kind of tired, man. Like stage 4C. What am I gonna do? I'm really gonna want to like do the diet better than I am just to stay alive to, pay bills and whatever. Um, I don't know. I don't think so. Um, no, no, we're not doing that. No, Leo. Yeah, except I don't do that. For the record, I would rather die than eat poop. So that's not happening. I don't care if it's gonna help me. I'm not gonna do that. There's more to life than paying bills and having a cheating wife. Yeah, I mean I get it, but I just if I have, stage 4C, it's already kind of late at that point, and just like it's just be too much work to just get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just like sleep and die in bed, honestly. You know, laying down and rotting, as the kids say, ladaring, ladaring to death. It wouldn't take too long, probably. If it was spreading, yeah, what the heck am I gonna do, man? Just say, all right, that's enough. I'm done. I'm out of here. Is needing the dream? Nothing pays as good as unemployment feels. Yeah, I know, Bill. I had to let you finish typing. I'm not gonna start. Hodgins never gave up. Yeah, I know he never gave up, but he was a lot younger. I'm an old man. Mainstream understanding of C wrong? Yeah, probably. Yeah, exactly. Well, because, buddy, we're on YouTube. We're on the most censored platform like in the world. I'm not gonna, there's a reason I talk a certain way. We don't really talk about the big C here. All right, here we go. Take 7. Take 6, 7. All right, whatever you say, bud. Okay, can you not say HE double hockey sticks, Diane? And just so you know, this is holy water. That's why it works so well. Blessed by the Holy See, Pope Leo himself. Zip it, Jerry. Not now, Jerry. Not now. Go back to your office, Jerry. You got a call in line 6-7. They're not stressing me out. I mean, it's not stressing. Are you going to watch the NBA final? Are you serious? Are you for real? No, of course not. I don't watch that garbage. course it makes sense, man. This is a censored media platform. That's what they do. No 6-7 jokes. Oh my god, you're no fun. Yeah. No NBA finals for me. I don't watch that stuff. The only sport I watch is sometimes UFC. What do I have against sports ball? It's rigged and most of it's boring. That's what I have against it. I also have things to do. Like I work most of the week, and when I come home, I would rather like relax and watch anime or stream if I have the time, which I don't have much time left. Maybe another 10 minutes, and yeah, I don't have I don't even like playing basketball, so I'm not gonna watch basketball. You feel me? I liked competing and fighting, so I can watch it because I have a love and understanding for the craft. But other sports ball stuff, not so much. I think I hate watching commercials. So yeah, we don't do that. Mm. Top 5 Primal Vibe movies. Probably like They Live, um Caddyshack. Um Taxi Driver. Chinatown. Yeah. In Bruges. It's a good one. Okay. Imagine the scene from my perspective. Okay. Listen, you got to calm down. Gonna have to get the spray out. You're not gonna like this. Okay, don't say I didn't warn you, but this is gonna stop right now. Listen, Diane, I don't care for that kind of language here, that kind of talk. We don't say HE double hockey sticks in the Primal Asylum. We have our reasons. Okay. Can can we not? Jerry, I think you're getting a page. You need to go back to your office and answer that. Full Metal Jacket. I watched like some of it, but it was boring. I'm not gonna say happy birthday to your cousin. Why is everyone treating Audrey as some epical mystical man who came to save everyone and was destined to be around him? Uh, because people don't believe in God and they're mentally ill. That's why. We're not talking about the big C, gung ho. Just read the books. It's all there. Read the books. The big C is the body's inability to discard dead cells. The prostate gland is pretty expendable. So that's why they go there. A tongue scraper? No, no need. When I first started, like in the first 3 years, 4 years, I probably could have used one. But now I don't really need one. I do get plaque on my teeth. Some days it's more than others. Some days there's none or very, very little. But what's up, Primal Pod? Good morning. Rest in peace, Henry Novak. Some pretty crazy stuff going on there. I don't know how many more of those types of events you guys can take. Is it normal to get shivers during detox? Yeah, it can be. Yeah, that's pretty common for a cold. Is religion above we want to live for you? I mean, there's a lot of things that are above the book for me. Like it's literally just a diet, dude. Do I floss? Yeah, silk floss would be better. I just use an unwaxed floss right now. I am looking into some silk floss options to give it a go. But I do floss occasionally, like once a week. I floss and then I do the coconut oil pulling for my gums. I do have stuff stuck in my teeth. Honestly, I probably should floss tonight. I'll probably do that. So, yeah, silk floss would be good, but the un the the unwaxed, whatever, just plain waxed floss is okay if you need to do it, need to use it. Hey, Jer, we don't say or talk about the devil in here or HE double hockey sticks, okay? We don't say that here. Okay? Thanks. Jerry, we don't say the D word here. And please don't say um the H word, please. Jerry, the D word, the H word, please. No. You have the handbook with the rules. I suggest you review them. Yeah, we're not letting that go through, Leo. That's Elvis songs, probably Heartbreak Hotel. Was doing Primal meetup here in the UK next week. It's crazy how many Primal drivers there are today, specifically Audrey guys. I get less 5 hours of me. Nice. I hope it turns out well. If Haran or Jake show up, tell them I said hello. You might meet Haran or Jake. If you do, tell them I said hello. Give them my best. Tell them for me. Tell them hello, governor. Tell them that from me, please. Tell them that's from me. Hello, governor. Hello, governor. Please tell them. Thank you. It's not even good trolling. Like it's really bad trolling. It's not even good trolling. Because I see. Here's the thing. It's like I know it's just bad. It's just bad bait. Like good trolling is not. You're not able to tell if it's trolling. That's what good trolling is. Why am I self censoring? It doesn't matter. This channel isn't monetized. You are wrong. Listen, let me tell you about something. You know, you missed earlier in the stream where, someone was asking about their height, and I said, let's think about more important things like how we're going to live under technocratic, um, just iron fist control in like 5 to 8 years. And maybe we should be thinking about skills we can cultivate so that's not a problem, or making enough money so that's not a problem. And what you don't seem to realize is that everything you type or say in YouTube is analyzed in recorded and checked with AI. So they use AI to monitor everything, all the content, all the words, all the music, everything is analyzed in YouTube and recorded. So if you talk about certain things, if you say certain words, it triggers the AI, and that's not good. Okay? So that's why we're self-censoring, because this channel is monetized and it's growing, and if I'm an idiot and I talk like a stupid idiot who believes in free speech on, very censored platforms, then my channel is going to get banned like a stupid idiot deserves to get banned because they don't know how to talk. So you need to get this in your head. Like everything you type or say is like watched and recorded and tracked. So that's why. Do you think we want to live had to happen because people stopped believing in God? No. I think it just happened because Augenes was sick and he wanted to write a book. Actually, Augenes We Want to Live was actually a screenplay. It originally was a screenplay. Augenes wanted to make a movie of the book first, but then he was talked into making it a book instead of a movie. So, yeah. What's unhinged about my comments? I don't think they're unhinged. They're pretty grounded, actually. Primal Pod, are you still there? You gotta tell my homies, hello, governor, please. Hot dogs straight out of the package like a bag of chips. Yeah, it's disgusting. I gotta talk about hot dogs now. So I used to be a big I love my chili cheese dogs, okay. All beef Vienna Frank hot dogs, um, charred on the grill. Gotta char the dog. You get the fresh bun, put a little mustard on it. You put the dog on, then you add on the chili, onions, cheese. I used to get two of those for $5, like 10, 12 years ago. So good. I love a good chili cheese dog. Haven't had one in, golly, it's been like at least 7, 8 years. I mean, ever since I started the diet. So, can we make a Hamilton style musical about the life of Augenes? That's disgusting. Hamilton is the worst. Hamilton is like the worst thing ever made. I was seeing a girl once, and we got in her car. She was driving me. We were going to go get Chinese food. She paid for all of it, by the way. And so we got in her car. She turns it on, and Hamilton starts playing. And I remember like looking at the console where the CD was, and then like looking away and then like looking down like, oh god, like this is never going to work out, but we're getting this Chinese food. Yeah. So, yeah, I just if someone listens to Hamilton, like if a girl listens to Hamilton, like automatically just like nope. It's terrible. It's awful. It's an assault on the ears. It's an assault on the arts. It is absolutely disgusting piece of music and theater. Most theater is actually garbage too. So, vegetable juice is flipping dookie. How to make it taste better? Carrots and beets. Honestly, carrots and beets, rhubarb, ginger, stuff like that. Quick question: after you get the egg out of the shell, is it fine to swallow it whole, or should I mix the yolk and the white together first? Just swallow the whole egg. You don't have to mix it together. Just consume it all. Primal Pod is just ignoring me. Okay, that's okay. Yeah, just let my British homies know I'm not. I'd appreciate if you'd represent for me there. You give him a good hello, governor, but okay. Woodball conference is coming up in Virginia if you're in America. Do you think it would be stupid or somewhat beneficial to just give up on all forms of digital media, only use analog TV or radio? Um, yeah. They do track the radio in your mail though, so just saying. But yeah, I mean, I think that would be fun. A movie about Audrey's life with Mel Wade and Disturbing could actually be good. Yeah, maybe. I hate how the boar bristle attachments are overpriced and looking at reviews, not sure if they last that long. Yeah. I mean, $20 for 4 cartridges is actually not that bad. So, because like I think it's like you pay $15 for 3, so it's like the same price. Uplift charge for the better, Sun, shower eyes again. It's true. Is it okay to add some green apple to my celery juice? Maybe like 5%. 5% apple or pineapple would be okay. Like 5% max. If you want sweetness, I would suggest rhubarb and carrot and beet. Check M for artistic requests. Yeah, hold on. The last day to register for the conference is in 4 days. It's June 6th. June 6th is the last day to register for the conference. Yeah, I'll tell them if I see them. Hello, Governor from Chris. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Primal Pod. Appreciate you. Love you. Much love to my British homies. My British mates. My mates over in the UK. Okay. Jerry, easy with the D word. Okay, can you stop making that face, Diane? The one you're making right now. You keep looking at me like I'm an a-hole or something. It's really annoying. Can you do me a kindness, Diane? Can you do me a kindness? Stop making that face. Don't look at me like that. I don't like that. I don't appreciate that. Okay? That yeah, it's that face you're making right now. Don't do that. Looking at me like I'm some freak or something. Do you think phones and video games remove life force? Maybe in a way. Is there anything wrong with mixing fruit and vegetable juices together? There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not good to have the fruit juices because they upset the balance of the blood sugar, the minerals in the blood, and they spike your blood sugar, the insulin. So just make sure you have cream with the juice and just 5% of the fruit. the pineapples or the apple would be enough. Those on a budget who want to go to the conference, it's the social tract, and then they would want to bring their own food. Honestly, the social tract is you get to go to one class a day and then just hang out pretty much. So you get one class a day, and you get access to the contra dance and the bonfire, the hike, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it's all on the website. I mean, if they don't want to read, I understand, a lot of these younger kids are cooks, they don't know how to read, but yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, you buy the social tract, you pay for camping, and or you can go camp somewhere else, maybe cheaper. I think the hostel might be like $15 a night, and $25 to camp on site. But yeah, the hostel is like 25, 20, 15, something like that. And yeah, you know, people yeah, you get one class a day and then you get to hang out pretty much. Um, there's a contra dance, there's a bonfire, the hike, all these activities, you get to partake in. But just one class a day. Everything else is just hanging out. There'll be other stuff going on, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Celery smells really not good. I mean, fresh celery smells pretty good actually. Where else is being streamed? Where else am I reading chats from besides YouTube? I'm not. They're all YouTube. Live chat. You got to see the live chat. How am I still mentally stable while my diet is 100% of carbs and fruit? I don't know. Most useful book, non diet related? Probably the Bible. Probably the Bible. Yeah. I'll just say the Bible. Lil M. Um, okay. And you stop making that face, Diane, please. Yeah, the one you're making right now. You're looking at me. I just feel a tremendous amount of disrespect in this facial expression. You need to check that, please. Thank you. The Bible got some tough quotes. It do. Oh, there's something else going on, Gong Ho. Don't worry about it. Nothing concealed that will not be disclosed or hidden that will not be made known. Sure. They fill the Bible with a bunch of made up crap. Not really. Who is Diane? Yeah, you'll find out. The pieces are already there. You're witnessing the birth of art. I'm a producer, voice actor, co-creative, and be contributing music to this project. And it'll all make sense. You'll look back and you'll say, "Oh, that's who they're talking about. That's what they're doing." When it comes out, you'll see. We're doing it right under your nose, guys. Right under your nose. You don't even know what's happening. You'll see. Just like Leo said, there is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed or hidden that will not be made known. Exactly that. Damn, I want some Milkies, cuh. Let's see here. 2 hours? Yeah, 2 hours. I don't know, man. I might cut it here. Cause what time is it? It's almost 11 o'clock, so that'd be like, 21 or no, I'm sorry, that'd be like 2300 hours. 2300 hours. I think I'm gonna eat some more Cheems and I gotta get that Milkies and I wanna drink I got quart left. Probably drink that down with some honey. Maybe have some eggs. Maybe. Oh, I drank a Gerolsteiner today. It was so good because it was hot. I was working all day, and I was like, I gotta get a Gerolsteiner, man. It's so yummy. I had some blueberries. Some blueberries. It was yummy blueberries. I do not play any other games than map games. I mean, I play mind games with people for fun, but as far as video games go, I don't. That's pretty much the only thing I like to do. Um, yeah, I mean, I used to be a pretty big gamer, but video games are trash now. I don't really play Overwatch. I haven't played It Is Icky. I haven't played Overwatch in months. I think it's been a solid 6 months since I've played Overwatch. It is icky. Diane, you'll see who Diane is. It's part of the project. You'll see. Just wait until the Primal Asylum comes out. Diane is not a dog. Diane is a journalist. Yeah, I don't really have time for games. The only time I would have to play games would be when I'm doing live streams. That'd be the only time I have to do anything like gaming, which really isn't a lot. Because I mean, like, what did I streamed Saturday? I streamed today. Last week was what? I'm probably not gonna stream Saturday again. Um, so like, it's probably gonna be another week at least before I can stream. Actually, I'm gonna be at the conference. I don't know if I'm gonna stream at the conference next week. Really? Is next week? Yeah, next week is the conference. Dang. I don't know if I'll do streams at the conference. Maybe we'll do a stream at the conference. I don't know. Yeah, I listen to a lot of Michael Jackson. Check out the playlist, music playlist. I have all my music in the music playlist. Primal Bangers. So, yeah. Got a lot of fire in there. Fire. Lots of fire. Primal Diet playlist. Primal Bangers playlist, music playlist. How is mental imagery on the diet? I don't know. Recording the conference is kind of yeah, I mean, we want to do some short form content, have some people do some short form content about, just some of the like the social happenings, just people hanging out, having a good time, what kind of food is there? Maybe some shots from the contra dance, the bonfire, the trip, the hiking, building a hot tub. We're going to build a hot tub and raffle it off. the animal processing, stuff like that. We'll be documenting with pictures and maybe some short videos, but like vlogging the whole thing, yeah, probably not. I'll be doing some like, some of my stuff. Like I'll be doing Instagram stories and maybe some shorts for TikTok and YouTube, some pictures for TikTok, maybe some pictures for Instagram. I'm sure people want to get their picture taken with me, not to sound like a big deal, but some people probably will. And then you know, I'm gonna record my monologue and my welcome thing because I have like I have a whole like stand up routine for the welcome. Have like 4 or 5 bits. The Primal Bringers playlist is low key fire. I added so many from that to mine. I like the more niche stuff or like the older niche songs from bigger artists like Radiohead. Yeah, I have a lot of like Radiohead deep cuts in there because I love Radiohead. They're so good. 9 Inch Nails deep cut, like a lot of deep cuts from popular artists. I try not to have hits from popular artists in there. Some of them I do because they're just so good, but there's a lot of good deep cuts. That's what makes music fun. Dumb to record everything instead of enjoying the company. Yeah, I realized that when I was traveling. It's like if you're always if you're always recording something, you're not able to actually enjoy it in the moment. But like snap a pic, move on, record a snippet, move on. Yeah. Yeah, we do video record the classes, so you can buy the videos of the classes if you want. We have a videographer there. The conference caused more state attention on the diet. I don't know. My Instagram is I think it's real eat raw meat, I think. Something like that. The one on YouTube isn't my playlist. I use an MP3 player, no EMF. Yeah, nice. No, I haven't seen Girls in Pens or no. Tank Warfare Sport. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Reminds me of the saga of Tanya the Evil. I really liked that one. I don't know if they ever made a second season though, but it's pretty funny. That's pretty good. New Hunter x Hunter coming out. Can't wait for that. The manga, not the anime, but they'll animate it eventually, I guess. Yeah, I did. Well, so what? You asked me about something, I'm gonna look it up. You know, I thought it was a band. We were talking about music. I thought it was a band. I was like, I don't know. Have I listened to them? Did I have a song of that on the playlist? No, that's a little anime. It's cool. I'm watching Welcome to the NHK right now. It's really funny. Really good, actually. I'm actually surprised at how good it is. Okay, so I think we have one more line to do. Yep. Okay. Great. Recently, I've been listening to lots of Radiohead. Put me on originally. Thank you. Oh wow, really? I mean, that's kind of surprising because you're like British, so I kind of or English, so I kind of feel like I would just kind of expect every English person to like listen and know Radiohead. But yeah, they're really good. I like everything before the King of Limbs. Everything after that kind of is buns. It's kind of boring. Um, yeah, In Rainbows is like a really good album. It's like their last good album. I think if Radiohead stopped making music after In Rainbows, they would be like super legendary, like super legendary. I remember when that came out. It was like it was amazing. I listening to those songs. When I listen to those songs now, they're just as good as when I heard them, you know, almost 20 years ago. It's crazy. Yeah, but I don't know. I can't pick a favorite album. Kid A is really good. Amnesiac's really good. The Benz is really good. Okay, Computer's really good. Hail to the Thief is really good. In Rainbows is really good. In Rainbows might be my favorite. Like In Rainbows to me is like In Rainbows and OK Computer are like really good albums. Kid A too. But I will say Hail to the Thief and Amnesiac have some like slow points as well as the Bends. But I mean they're all like really good albums. They're all 9 out of 10 albums. Even like, there's no debate they're 9 out of 10 albums, but it depends on your taste for 10 out of 10. But those all have 10 out of 10 potential, and objectively, they're all 9 out of 10 albums. Like it's just some of the best music made in the '90s and the early 2000s. So not your generation. That's crazy because like they have a big resurgence. Like they're all over TikTok. Like there's a ton of In Rainbow songs that are all over TikTok. Especially like Weird Fishes and All I Need. Like those are really big on TikTok and Jigsaw falling into place. But maybe that's just because of my algo. But yeah, the Benz was actually the first Radiohead album I ever listened to. I actually do, it's funny. I actually don't own OK Computer on CD. I went from the Benz to the Benz to Hail to the Thief to actually Hail to the Thief might have been the first Radiohead album, and then I bought the Benz, and then I don't know if I own Amnesiac or not, and then I got In Rainbows, but I never found Kid. I never bought it. It's weird. I never bought a copy of Kid A, but I probably should. I should have like all those albums. I don't though. I have so many CDs that I have to go through them. Something tells me I did buy Amnesiac. I don't know. I don't. I have all my CDs. They're in storage, in the other room here. But yeah, I just have everything on iPod Classic. Will I still be able to do the diet by 2030? Yeah, probably. But who knows? Best things in life know when to end. Yeah, exactly. That's what makes songs so good that are short because they leave you wanting more. Any good art, it leaves you wanting more or like thinking about it in some way. So, yeah. It's crazy using an iPod gives you a deeper relationship with music. Before I used to listen to music as a secondary thing while doing something else. Now it's enough dopamine in itself. Yeah, I was the same way. For me, music was kind of an escape. And I didn't really realize that until I stopped listening to it. I used to have, well, I still have it. Yeah. This thing, I don't know how old this is. I bought this in 2013 and it was used. They just stopped making these. It's a 160 gigabyte iPod. 160 gigs on this thing. It's pretty sweet. I haven't updated it in like 10 years, um, which I probably should do. I'm tempted to put the new Boards of Canada album on it, like, because I have my iTunes library on a hard drive, and I could boot that up and actually while I'm at it, maybe I will just download that right now because I want to have some music for the conference. I do have a lot of good albums on my iPod that I don't really get to listen to. You know, a good long drive requires some good music. So I like to try to do that. There's a couple albums that I'll buy. I'll listen to when I drive, like Modest Mouse, some Pantera, some Boards of Canada. But I really want to listen to the new Boards of Canada. I've listened to the album; it's really good, but I haven't had a chance to, like listen to it uninterrupted, focused, and a car ride is a good way to do that. So yeah, I'm really tempted to do that. Not a song, but I'm writing some music for it. Yeah, I showed you the theme, the one theme. I don't know who to use it for. We'll probably have to watch it. Because that's really how like music is made. Is you watch the film and then you make the music based on that. So yeah, we'll look into that. But I have some stuff that's already written, just sitting around my head for years. Sunbathing and music is my fave. Yeah, it's good. Uh, road tripping with entire albums. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, albums are lost art because nowadays people just make one or two hits to make money because it's the hits that make the money. It's not the albums necessarily. So yeah, they're a lost art, especially with streaming. Like it's gotten even worse with streaming. You know. Yeah, mindful consumption. Yeah. Well, it's 11 o'clock. Oh boy. I think it's loading. Here it comes. Yeah. I used to sail the seas. I used to sail the seas and request music from the library and download it to my computer if I couldn't find something that was out on the high seas. Um, yeah, I used to buy. I probably have 100 CDs. I also have a box of records, um, a crate of records actually, and yeah, and I started justifying not buying CDs because I would go see the artist or buy a T-shirt or something because they don't get that much money from the CDs anyway. So I was like, well, why am I just doing this? I'm just gonna download them for free. Yes, even the third world. Yeah, it could be the aliens. Nice, I got iTunes. Nice. Gotta get my music on there. So yeah, it's been 2 hours. Um, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a few weeks before stream. So thanks for hanging out. Hope everyone has a good night. I don't know about cat or dog meat. I ate some kind of mystery meat in Nepal. It was in a bag. It was really cheap. With dumplings. I don't know what the heck meat it kind of could have been, but it was. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't bad. So I don't know. Anyway, um, have a good night.